Do you suffer from debilitating migraines? You know, that throbbing pain in the front or side of your head that's so severe you're unable to work or do anything other than retreat into a dark and quiet room? Have you had them for years and just haven't found a solution? Call Dr. Elizabeth Ebersol and put an end to your debilitating migraines forever, or go to her website at www.handmadehealth.com. That's www.handmadehealth.com.
Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory. Man, out here at this new facility out here in Arlington, Mansview Timberview holds on to a great 57-55 win over OD Wyatt. Cameron Taylor, I mean, can you just talk about the last couple minutes of that game?
It was just a dogfight, man. You know how playoffs go, survive in advance. You got to just do everything you can in your power, get stops, and just win the game.
I thought you guys came out in the third quarter with that defensive intensity. You were down one at halftime. You got up double digits there. I thought you kind of fueled that for you to get that padded lead that down the stretch you obviously didn't need.
Yes, sir. I mean, they was hitting tough shots in the first quarter, man. They got off to a good run, and then we just came play Timberview basketball. That's what we do, play big in big games.
Exciting finish. I mean, the celebration call. I mean, the not reverse. You don't know what's kind of going through your mind for that period, about a minute and a half, I guess.
Man, I was just like, wow, we did it again. Like, we here again. But it's just another game, ready to move on to the next round and finish what we started.
Thought you had a big play that's not going to show up in the books.
Yeah.
The charge down here, down at the end. I know you're outside. I know you're outside the box.
Yeah.
You didn't flop. Can you talk a little bit about that, man?
The dude, number two, I kind of played against him a lot growing up. I know he just want to be aggressive and put his head down. So I said, all right, make a big play right here.
I hadn't seen Coach Gregory that pumped up in a while, man. He's a little pumped up here today, man. Can you talk about when your coach is that pumped up and has that much kind of intensity, how it feeds you guys?
When G's that pumped up, man, we pump up with him, man. We get up there. That's what we do.
Man, this is a huge game, a huge win. Cameron Taylor, man, with the big play down the stretch. 57-55, Mansview Timberview. Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory. Thank you, brother. Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory. Man, what an exciting 57-55 win here for Mansview Timberview over OD Wyatt. Jared Washington, can you just talk a little bit about how intense that game was from the opening tip to the very end?
We know it was going to be a dogfight. We had to come out with that, man. They came with that aggression. We know we have to match it, man. We know we got the same guys, same athleticism. We got to just go out there and do it together.
I thought it was huge. They got off to the quick 9-0 run. You know, it was one of those things where kind of shell-shocking a little bit, but you guys came back and you kept just chipping away. And then that third quarter, you came out of halftime, man, and y'all put that defense on them.
Right. That's what we had to do. We know that they came out and threw that first punch, but we know that we wasn't just going to lay down to it. We know we could come out there and fight us back just as hard.
You got those transition buckets. You got the huge dunk there in the third quarter over there that gave you guys a lot of energy. It seems like you guys were just feeding off of those kind of plays.
And it was stuff like that. It was little stuff that we knew that we could get. Defensive plays that we know that we get stops and stuff. We just transition. We know that it was going to help us. We got to excel off stuff like that.
Can you talk about the last just couple minutes of this game? I mean, intense, fiery, back and forth, holding on for dear life.
Yes, sir. Trying to. They tried to get that ball back. We was up probably, 1 or 2?
Yes.
And they kept trying to apply that pressure, but we know we got to be strong with the ball, make smart decisions, last seconds. You know, you do what you got to do to win.
What goes through your mind when you're waiting for the referees to decide a huge play like they did, and it takes about a minute and a half? It probably seemed like an hour for you guys.
Right. With that decision, it was a game changer, but we excelled off of it. We knew that if they give it to us, we most definitely take it.
I was talking to Cameron a little bit about Coach G. Yeah. Man, Coach G was pumped up here, man. I hadn't seen him like that in a while, man. Can he talk about when G's like that?
Coach G tell us, man, in situations like that, when we get sped up, look at him, and he'll calm us down. But when we do something good, oh, my goodness, he's going to be there right there to root us on, keep us pushing us.
Man, this was an exciting game, Jared. You played a heck of a game out here, man. It was so fun to watch out here. And, man, those Timberview boys, that magic, it's March.
Yes, sir.
March is around the corner,
yes,
and it seems like magic seems to always follow these guys. Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory. Thanks, brother.
Hi, this is Paul Miranda with FridayNightGlory.com. We're here live at the Arlington ISD Arena. Yes, Timberview against OD Wyatt. Timberview pulls off. Woo! I don't even know how to call it, a barn burner. It was tight all the way to the end. 57-55. Duane Gregory, talk to me about this win tonight. for you and your Wolves, man?
I told my wife this morning this was going to be a battle royale, and that's what it was. You know, it came right down to it. If we shot free throws a little better, it wouldn't have been quite as exciting.
No doubt.
But given the situation, the intensity of the situation, I was really pleased with how the guys responded. I think I told them a lesser team would have crumbled at some point, and they didn't. They stayed together and they stood tall, and then they got it done.
You said it on the nose. At the beginning of the game, 11-3 run for them in the beginning. What was going through your head? Better yet, what were you telling your kids? I know you were talking about staying strong and so forth, but how are the kids feeling on that? Because they looked a little raggedy a little bit in the beginning.
Well, we told them that they're going to try and give you the knockout punch at the start. You're going to get their very best punch at the start. And I think they made 4 or 5 threes that first quarter, banking them in and stuff like that. And so at the end of the quarter, we said, all right, that's it. Okay. That's the shot. Okay. That's the shot right there. Okay. Now you got to steady yourself. And we won at halftime. And then, like I say, we had a chance to stretch things out late in the game. If we'd have shot free throws better. Okay. But we didn't, and we managed to overcome.
Coming into the game, you and I both know, the scenario about where we playing and when we playing, and that kind of got heated between the coaches and so forth, right? How much did that trickle down to the kids before the game? Because hold on. Before the game, I saw the chunk move, whatever they were trying to do on you guys, and you recognized. I saw you laughing about it. Talk to me about that, man.
We just told the guys that they're going to come out and they're going to try and be the aggressor and things like that. And so we just said, you come out and you don't back down and you establish that you're the one that they're trying to overcome. We're not trying to overcome them. They're trying to overcome us.
No doubt.
And it was a little different situation to start there. But I could tell by the looks of my guys' faces, they're like, all right. It didn't faze them.
Didn't faze them.
No.
Josh Atkins, big boy, came through, man. Talk to me about his contribution.
He's really been coming along the last few games. He came over from football. He's going to play football, University of Houston. Mm-hmm. He was first team offensive lineman and defensive lineman, all district. I don't know how you do that, but he did it. Yeah. But he's got such a soft touch with his hands, and he's incredibly nimble on his feet for a guy his size.
Very patient, too.
Yes. Got a good.
Give him the moon, let him fly by, and ain't going up.
He's got a great IQ. He's got a great feel for the game, and he loves being around, and the guys love him.
Okay. At the end of the game, got real tight. All of a sudden, Timberview couldn't advance the ball past half court for it looked like what seemed forever in the last 2 minutes. Talk to me about what your thoughts were on that.
We were catching the ball too close to the baseline. That was the main thing. If we'd catch it higher, we'd had some space to work with. But their pressure was pretty strong. We were catching it too close to the baseline. And, a few times where our inbounds man needed to gut a little more to the middle because we can hit that catch, turn, look opposite. But, that pressure's strong. You're catching close to the baseline. Then when you catch and thump, well, now they're that's the shark smells the blood in the water then versus catching it with space. So space to the baseline, catch, turn, and look. Pass fake, shot fake, and things like simple. It's always simple stuff.
I think Coach Gregory needs his own telestrator on here to describe that for us, but we're going to let you make it on that. The play. I talked with you before we did this, had you come on. 6.8 seconds left on the clock. Cameron Taylor turns it over. Great pressure again by the Chaps. They get the ball. 6.8 seconds. So we thought, what was going through your head before you seen all that? Before the call was made.
Before the call, Cameron, he got too skinny. His hands were up above his head, and then it's hard to have any strength in your core. You got to get down and get your elbows out, clear some space. He's 6'8", so usually he can see over people. But in that case, when they're being that aggressive, that made him kind of weak as far as falling back and whatnot. They're able to make the turnover happen. And then, they had a bunch of guys that were, I think, almost in the lane celebrating. So I was just telling the officials that's not allowed. You can't do that. And
Discipline.
I was proud of the officials, for saying, yes, that's correct. That's right. That's the call.
No doubt. There wasn't no beep moment for you on that?
No, because I trusted the right thing would happen.
Okay. 57-55. Timberview takes out OD Wyatt here at Arlington ISD Arena. I'm Paul Miranda with Kenny Matthews of FridayNightGlory.com, Duane, Gregory, and Timberview Advance. We'll see you Tuesday night, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right. We out.